Hey wonders, and welcome back to the table. The penultimate episode, everybody. Good.
Nice.
Got it in 3.
Got it. Yeah.
Penultimate episode.
Penultimate session, and we have all our people here.
Yep.
Yes.
We've assembled a party. We have lots of papers here to look at and to
Yeah,
to
I got
search
my baby girl over here. She's hanging with Wake.
So, I have a fun little surprise for you guys, all things considered.
Okie dokie.
So you see all this that you have here, all this paperwork that I've assigned you all?
Yes.
These are all the characters that are going to be with you with the party. I have some fun news to give you just before we set sail to Avast, finally.
Yeah, yo.
So, get this. You have assembled your crew. You have taken... Everyone actually joins you back at Bluey Cove, rather than just only grabbing the set few people that you have.
After
Pretty
we
much over this...
miraculously rescue Nedra from her imprisonment.
Well, anyway.
Your brother was just a little bit like, yeah, just go ahead. Don't worry. I'll tell the guards to just take the night off. It's fine.
That and Barabbas can also help you out with that.
Yeah. Barabbas is cool.
You're
He's one of the
making
guards.
A way bigger deal about this, Wick. It'll be a heist. No, she can just walk out.
But I bought the mask!
Sorry.
Barabbas is standing there right there. We gotta get her out. I work for the... It's fine.
Morgan just taps her. She turns invisible. Boink.
Where'd she go?
They got her.
Nedra, no!
Just magic.
All right.
Meanwhile, there's fucking Grammy just sitting there with a cauldron that's floating.
She's probably already cooked up like 7 blue kobolds and just waiting for us. Putting a keen eye on Slowbon.
This blue smoothie is delicious. What's in it?
Up at the scale in mine.
Oh, yeah, that's just the love.
Really pulpy.
His name was Bluey Love.
But we meet up at Bluey Cove and everybody's there.
Everyone's there at Bluey Cove, everyone that you've assembled anyway. The Yanti have been a little bit busy within the past 3 days that you guys have been. So, Diaka and Red pull you guys aside, and they're like, okay, well, everyone's here. At the end of night 3, you guys are pretty much tired from running around and collecting everyone. So they're like, okay, we have a little bit of a camp set up. We'll rest, and then you guys can head out. However, there is I did notice that your entourage was a little bit bigger than what we set out to find, and your ship only houses a few people. So I've had some of the acolytes actually assist us with that. You watch as 3 other Yon team members are like holding little ships and bottles as they're slithering near you, and they look like a lot of the vessels that came from Jahal Cove.
Okay.
They ask you.
These seem small. I don't know if this will work.
Ziaka smiles and asks you to follow them as they go off to the coastline where your ship is. They find sizable differences in the gaps between them, and you watch as they, collectively, the 3 that are on one ship and the 3 that are on the other ship, they all cast enlarge and reduce at one turn.
Ooh. Now we got our big boats.
So now you have a couple of boats to fit everyone in your entire team along the ride.
Hey!
We have an armada!
At least two or three ships will be fine, but this is actually how they've been getting their ships too.
I'm calling it an armada.
The Yanti, they teleported over here, but they left all their boats and their possessions back where they were. So to get that faster, they decided to do that spell trick and bring it over with them this way.
Makes sense.
That sounds handy.
Seems smart.
Yep. So currently, your party, you guys all together are collectively now have Valtara, Riss, Nedra, Grammy, and Roy.
Yes.
That is your party, including you guys. But everyone else here on this list is with you on this little armada of yours. Yagrik and Surlag, Onslow, Konari's here. Barabbas, Riss, Pliskin, Nedra, Grammy, Valtara, Micha, Devilgrin, Roy, Red, Ziaka, Scrung, and Slowbon.
That's quite the squad. And man, I keep forgetting we got Slowbon in there.
I'm gonna have to say, Pliskin has to be the captain of his own ship.
I can agree with that.
We did all this to bring him out here.
He
should at least be watching over his own ship.
He needs to be manning the helm to something.
Yeah.
So with that, you guys now have the chance to actually take it easy, and you can speak to anyone in this entire party at your will. Your next task will be to finish what you have set out to do this whole entire time for the past couple of months. Your task now is to finally, within maybe a 3 or 4 day, maybe half a week's journey, to go to Avast and
Up the coast.
Yep, up the coast to Avast, and give the Grand Design Pirates the Scarab.
Yeah.
Wow.
We also have a fun blueprint to give them, which I've been holding on to. It is the
Indeed.
blueprint for a sun laser.
So with that, all your party is here. They're all based. They're not like really have to set up camp because all the Blueies actually have like a little bit of an infrastructure of like buildings for them. So you all pretty much have like little huts to sleep in and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So, at this point, I'm giving you guys a chance to fluff with anyone that you have on this team so far.
Wow.
Wake is going to spend a decent amount of time catching up with Nedra. It's been a bit. He would have, taken her out for a bit of a walk around because she's been in Right for a bit of time now. I mean, it hasn't been that long. I feel like this journey has technically been maybe like a month, a couple of weeks, something along those lines.
Month and a half.
With all our travels around. But Wake's going to catch her up, let her know pretty much everything that's been going on outside of the...
Well, I will say this: keep that the abridged version because I was going to give everyone a chance to roleplay.
Gotcha. I will hold that then.
Um,
Wake's going to go out for a walk with Nedra.
Chromagil. So we can talk to anyone, like not just
Anyone
not just our
anyone
squad?
from the list I pretty much just read off, you can talk to.
Okay. Chromagil is gonna go tend to Slowbot and see what's going on there, just to be like, hey, so I'm not gonna be like there directly with you. I need to make sure you understand that we're in this together, and if you
Here's
do
the list of people if you want them.
and if you do anything untowards, understand that there will be hell to pay.
Well, we can roleplay that. Morgan, what do you want to do?
Let me see. I think Morgan might want to have a wee bit of a chat with Red, if that's possible.
Yeah, sure, that's possible. But now everyone roll initiative so we can figure out who's going first.
I was waiting for the... No.
No,
That is too
fuck
busy
you.
for you.
What business is it of yours?
Naval business. 14.
I got a 22.
2. I'll go last.
All right, so
Even with that?
Oh yeah, 5, I guess.
I was about to say, like...
2 on the die.
fair enough that he's going last.
Right, I was just like, wait, what?
All right, so after all is said and done, and after your little heist, and Barabbas is just like gently escorting you all through the portal, is just like, all right, there you go.
Yeah, which is
I mean, there's
freedom!
I mean, there's a couple of blueies just sitting there looking at you.
Yeah, dive through the portal. Bluey's on the other side. Up.
Waddle away like penguins.
Drinking a juice box.
So Nedra is slipping through the gate after everything's all done, and you guys are given lodgings. Nedra kind of just like walks out, and she's like looking around, like all starry-eyed. She's like, "Oh wow, I'm somewhere else," and then all of a sudden she's just like, "Oh wait a minute, it's just Right, but with less buildings."
Well, I mean, it's actually significantly further away. We actually, we fought and killed a spider to open that sucker up. You want to see? I can show you its corpse.
Yes.
Wake and Nedra start booking it out towards the ziggurat. Full tilt.
Okay, let me look. Let me draw something. Let me do something here real quick.
Ah, fuck.
Going by might not be such
Hold
a
on,
bad idea.
I need to write a whole new encounter for this.
So much for next week.
Nah, Valtara follows you because she's just like, all right, team mom, here I go.
Someone needs a babysitter.
Yeah, we're just booking it full tilt out that way, and
Valtara just grabs the both of you by the back of the
Ah!
Walk, not run.
Lizards always stop me from having fun.
So she wants to check out the ziggurat too.
Yeah, we're gonna start wandering out that way. I'm gonna So how was your training? I see that you picked up a few skills on the way.
Yeah, I can do stuff like this, and then Valtara looks at you just like, what the fuck have you done? Do you watch as Nedra?
I look at her like, you don't know.
Well, the giant fucking tiefling that's almost up to her neck, and not the horns extend beyond Valtara.
Good.
You are taller.
Valtara watches, and she's a little bit like, okay, well, what does this tiefling girl do? And also, we kind of had this little beef with tieflings for the longest time. Why are we keeping this around?
She has a beef. I don't.
We have a lot of there's a lot of questions here that are not answered yet until Nedra like takes like this weird, not weird, but like a very like serene stance, like something you didn't actually think that she actually would. Like, you've never seen her serene before in the open, like outside of around where your brother
Like
is.
I can see her actively channeling her ki, basically.
To the point where it's almost instant. Like, there's just flame, like... And there's no, like, drain here. Like, normally when you use ki, you feel like there's a drain that comes from it. No, this is all coming from her, and it looks like it's leashed into her arm, and it's just constantly flowing. That's not going away.
Wake takes a look at it. I mean, he knows how to attune the elements without burning much ki from himself, but this is something that's different, I'm guessing.
Yeah, like, you know when you process ki, it, like, goes into one focal point and it stays there until you tell it what to do. This is just constantly looping within her body.
Okay,
It's like her ki is recycling into itself.
not exactly my strong suit, but would I get advantage potentially if I wanted to do an arcane check on this, just because of my knowledge of ki and the training that we've been through?
You know what? Fuck it. I'll give you an advantage.
Cool, because I am shit at intelligence. 16.
16? Yeah, you like I said before, you know that ki, when you put it into a focal point, it stays there until you tell it what to do. Whereas Nedra is just constantly looping it back and forth like it's a vein. Like it's just a vein that only until she lets go of it does it get released. So it never like dies out if she's holding it.
Okay, so she's just pulsing it consistently through her body rather than expending it.
But the
Gotcha.
thing about that is that you know, like, even if you're not capable of doing this sort of thing, this takes effort. There's no effort involved when this is happening.
So, I guess your innate connection to fire is kind of helping out on this, huh?
I guess so. I mean, I could also do stuff like this. Like, you watch, she, like, her finger kind of, like, flicks up, and you watch that from the middle of her finger, the flame dashes up the middle finger and becomes a whip and wraps around her wrist.
Well, I can do that with water, but that's impressive. I've never...
I can make this bigger, though. She grips it, it becomes a scimitar made entirely of flame.
I can't do that. You've got me there. You have, your training has gone a long way.
That drains from her.
Yes.
That
I actively see the energy seeping.
Yeah, that's a seep. The moment it went from whip, it's like, all right, there's a little bit of a tug. Sword? No, that's a complete fucking drain out of the arm.
Oof. You have learned quite a bit. I'm very proud of you, Nedra.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to know that this is actually going somewhere, and I know that everyone around the town is kind of worried about who I am and what I am, but I'm trying my very best to make sure that everyone sees that I'm not exactly what they think I am.
Oh, I know you're not that. I've always known.
Meanwhile, there's Valtara writing down everything she's watching right now.
Wake gives like a nice warm smile and like sets his ghost hand on her shoulder and pats it as they continue walking.
When you pat her on the shoulder, like the key that, like, you can feel the key coursing through her. When you touch it, it almost ripples around your hand like it's water.
Yeah, one of the unique abilities of having a basically key ghost arm, I guess.
Well, not even the key ghost arm. Like, that's just like, you put your hand down on her back, you feel the key recycling, and like, your key touching upon her key would obviously have some kind of reaction. It fucking foams over it like it's water.
Oh.
Like, you're freely putting your hand into the key, and it's not going anywhere. It's not altering it, it's not changing it. That's her control.
Wake takes note, and he's very proud as they continue towards the ziggurat.
All right, so you get to the ziggurat, you're at the steps. She's like looking around, like wondering where this spider is, but then she like stops you, like, wait, how big is this spider? Is it like this big or this big?
It's in there. It is probably bigger than this building. Come on, I gotta show you. And we start booking it up the stairs so that we can get inside to look down where the portal initially was.
Okay. So it's crooked, and it's like there's a fucking convergence of Yanti just like watching you guys as you run around. They're not stopping you, by the way. Like, if they feel you were going to be a hindrance to the portal, they would have like all stopped you.
Of course.
So you get to the area where the elevator is. It's lifted up now, but it's still kind of crooked. That you can, like, if you look in a certain way, you can peek through and see the bottom.
All right. Now, I know it's really dark down there. You might be able to see it because your eyes are a bit better at that than mine, but I take out Do I have another one of these? Probably do.
Another one.
Yes, I have 2 torches left. I take out one of my torches,
Mm-hmm.
and I just light it up and toss it down until it falls, and you can see the matted hair of the corpse of the Chuadenja. Unless you can't.
No.
That's
I'm
what
gonna,
you
I'm gonna
expect.
roll a perception check for her. She also has dark vision,
Yeah.
so like the light kind of like annoyed her at first. Like you saw like there was like a weird dilation in her eye, and then it came back as the light was going away. What, that big hairy blanket thing down there?
Yup. That thing was up here and attacking us while we were trying to get in there. I split its head in 3.
Baltar just looks at you.
Yeah, I stabbed it. Then it was like, it didn't like that, so I ripped it and cracked open. Like a melon.
Baltara, like Nedra turns, looks over at Baltara, and she's just like trying to get confirmation out of it. I'm gonna roll a persuasion check for Baltara.
She wasn't there.
She doesn't believe she wasn't there, so she doesn't believe your story.
Well, then let me roll it.
But she's giving you this, and she's playing it off like it actually happened.
But it did.
And she was an eyewitness to it, though.
Oh.
She wasn't an eyewitness, so she Nedra's trying to fish for other people, and she's looking to Valtara, thinking that she was a part of it.
Wake's actually really bad at this, rolled very poorly, so he looks at her and is like, you weren't there.
Don't you pretend!
Nedra kind of looks at you like, shh. Auntie's talking.
Oh.
With a 17, Valtara just gives her a sagely nod, just like, yes, that's what happened. Wow, so cool!
Yeah, it took him down real good.
It's cool. Maybe if you did it like this could have happened. She fucking like holds her arm up. Now every Yanti turns around as there's like a pillar of light that's just her entire arm. She holds her hand down, and you watch as like the entire palm of her hand becomes like this little beam of light, like it's a spotlight that's just the form of her hand. She pulses it down. If at first it was that recycled energy that you saw before, this time it now like it almost becomes like there's another focused energy point, and then
Gotcha.
another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one, until it like becomes a giant circle of it. A ball of fire it just runs down the entire thing and lights up the whole way down.
Behold Super Nedra's Big Bang Attack!
It hits down there. One of the arms is now engulfed in flame. However, you hear this weird, almost cackling like scream. Like you get, like that's not supposed to happen. That implies it's still that implies it's still alive.
Oh, it must be in a lot of pain.
So much so that the arm twitches, and then there's a weird ethereal purple light, and it sinks into that light and then disappears.
Well, it's gone now.
Apart from all the other arms that are there,
Yeah, I mean, there's thousands of them, but
Baltar just looks at you. Wait, what was that?
if I were to hazard a guess, based on things that I've learned after the fact, the head that I destroyed is part of a larger creature that is in a different dimension. Did you know ghosts exist?
Yes, I know Morgan is a thing.
Ghost?
Yes, wait, he's a remnant.
Oh my god.
And then there's Nedra just like holding her temples with you, like, oh my god!
Am I real?
Here, let me check. She pinches your cheek.
Do I feel real?
You feel pain?
All the time.
Right now.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're real.
Okay. Hey, Nedra, wanna spar?
Let's do this away from the portal, shall we?
Okay. Meet you on top of the temple.
Wake starts running.
God.
We can cut away from this.
Yeah. Alright, so Morgan.
Okie dokie. So Morgan just slowly makes his way to Red, tips his head in respect.
She kind of like nods to you, like Red's trying to find a way to like step away from Ziaka, who's just fucking hanging on to her, like
Right. Sorry for the intrusion. It's been so long since I've been in company with someone that reminds me of my days when I was alive. Maybe. Figured, I don't know. Feels like all of this could potentially be over. Oh, and I thought, a little bit of a nostalgia trip, and speaking with someone who reminds me of my glory days would be nice before we potentially go toward. That's okay.
Well, I have nothing better to do, and our hours are growing short. I've heard tell that the invasion's getting worse and worse by the moment, so much so that people are noting that the sky is turning redder and redder each day.
Events already recall.
But yes, if there is something that is on your mind, please let us speak it then.
Not a lot of people in the adventuring company know about this, but my squadron was under the direction of is now Lieutenant Gore. We basically.
Oh yes, the giant blowhard.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that.
You're not within any naval capacity, Mr. Strong.
That
You're
was-
in the company of a bunch of schmucks who just got lucky in adventuring.
That's fair. I just assumed since, with you and your mother being part of the Volition, you might know what happened to Lieutenant Gore recently.
I've only heard tales, but from the last correspondence my mother has sent me, not something I wish to give publicly, lest we have two upset dragons on our hand. From what I heard, he used a lot of his energy to make sure that nothing came through the canal, and went off hearing that there were more coming from the south. That's the last we heard of him. And now people are fearing the worst because now they believe that they're seeing a flagship, a galleon, swimming, just gallivanting outside the outer rim of Las Aranas, adorned with a dragon's head on it.
I signed up for the mercenary, not for the stable income, the promises that the propaganda posters have said about the Navy.
Oh, good. So you're not an idiot like everyone thinks so. Because as we all know,
I said nothing.
Damn.
no disrespect, Mr. Strong. It's just
Really?
It's just that most in the Navy either aim for that or know the actual intent of the Navy's doing is making sure they have complete command over all things magic.
That was something I did learn a little too late after my enrollment in training.
I'd imagine most are like that.
Yeah,
I apologize. Please do continue.
it's fine. It's just when I was still alive and when I was ready to go out and plant my flag into this world, I just wanted to try and make things a little bit better for everybody. And
Noble goal.
mother and father, they were so proud of me, so excited to see what I could make out of myself in this world. That was years ago, and now, literally being a shell of myself, everything's so unbalanced, which might make sense why our god of death decided to use one last job.
From what I've been told, Mr. Strong, is that a lot of the gods are a little jumbled and perplexed by this. For them, this is some kind of invasion that they have no control over, that they're trying to scramble together. So they believe those that believe in them have the power to actually do something a little bit more solid.
Right.
So nothing is balanced, no matter how much they believe so. I mean, there's Zuhan, for God's sakes, the god of balance, and we all know how much of that is a sham.
Not quite caught up on my religious text, but brought up a fair point. Somewhat ironic. I was alive. I wanted to just enjoy every day on this planet. Meet so many interesting people, and everyone that I made friendships with when I was alive are now gone. Oh, some I'm hoping are at least at rest, and fortunately, this potential loss of gore is literally final. Often realizing that I am the last and standing my social circle.
You see your hand, Mr. Strong.
Morgan holds out his hand.
Pulls out a dagger.
Gotcha.
She like takes her hand from your wrist to your finger. You're bleeding.
Oh,
Seem real to me. And it feels like you speaking to me now about this in a heartful way, let go of your hand, means that you've developed friendships in your second life. Something that most never get a chance to have.
All this time I spent trying to live life to the fullest and make the most out of a day. Never considered how lucky I am to have this second chance. Granted, at a high cost. But
Well, you have a reward at the end of this, do you not? You get the rest that you wanted. And you get to know that your job has been fulfilled in a way. Where the god of death has given you a chance to actually see it done. Again, most mortals don't have that option.
Morgan takes out his pipe, presses the tobacco and lights, and takes a nice drag.
She holds your hand over it, holds up her finger and lights and ignites it and puts it there for the pipe.
I appreciate it.
When days are at their bleakest, a little comfort goes a long way.
I couldn't agree more. But sometimes you just can't help but feel a little nostalgic for the good old days. Even when the apocalypse is right at our doorstep.
Unfortunately, I'm fighting for a future where I can actually have one, Mr. Strong. I can't relive the past, because if I keep thinking about it, I can't push forward. And if I don't push forward, I will see the end of this in the worst way possible. Our views are similar, but the circumstances are different. That's just everyone. That's just the entire world in its own right.
That's true. Really appreciate the conversation, man.
Here, you might want this stuff instead. She hands you a little bag.
You are not the first person to offer me something like this.
No, but this is my own special blend for the end of the world.
Morgan kind of opens the pouch a little bit.
That is fucking dried yigberry.
Vickiest of Vickies.
The medicinalist of herb.
Morgan just puts it in his coat pocket. Salutes Red in respect.
Don't keep it close to the chest. You might want to use it sooner rather than later.
Oh, as soon as I get to my bed, I'll get a good night's sleep.
Pokemon equivalent of a max potion.
Ah, this is a fucking full restore.
Here's what ails you.
Didn't cure golfer.
Oh. That poor, short, fucking vampiric bastard.
Wonder what he's up to now.
I'm dead!
Yeah, he got torched to the death with the rest of Ibrakal.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
As you walk away, one thing does stick into your mind when you look up at the sky. You're nearing dusk at this point. Roll me a survival check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20? So yeah, normal dusk setting. The sky's going orange, going into the bright yellow, and then it's gonna fade away sooner rather than later. There is an eclipse of what looks like a weirdish purple that goes around the sun.
Morgan turns around and quickly goes back to Red.
There's a
Sponsored by Disney Plus.
No! No, damn you!
Not legitimately. We'll accept it if they offer.
Yeah.
I refuse for the mock to be owned by Disney. Too bad.
Anyways,
Haha, heard you got playable mimics, bitch!
do you see that?
See what, Mr. Strong? The sun?
Do you see the weird aura, the eclipse aura around it?
She shakes her head no, a little concerned.
Pay no mind. I'm probably more tired than I thought.
I didn't think you would take to it that fast, Mr. Strong.
I haven't even used it yet. I just smelled the bag.
That makes sense. She
Real
walks away.
strong.
Really strong. It's very potent, Mr. Strong, and
You
she walks
smelled
away.
it? What are you... What?
You snorted it?
Don't breathe this.
You fool!
What do you think? This is spray paint?
You were supposed to put this under your tongue!
In little squares!
Suppository.
Morgan just shakes his head and makes his way back to his resting chambers.
Alright, Chromagill.
All right, I look around the crowd trying to see Slowbod. Chromagill, as time has gone on, has become increasingly nervous about how he's just going to be left essentially unattended by him and Morgan, the only two people he seems to have maybe have some sort of loyalty towards. So he needs to make sure he gets set straight before the next day.
Okay, so you walk around trying to see if you can find any like hide or seek of Slowbond. You
Yes.
ask a couple of blueies as they're walking by.
Hey, so there's like this. Now look, it's a little demon. He looks like a bad one, but he
He
isn't.
points at himself. And he gets like teary eyed.
No, not you, little Bluey. I mean a Slowbond. He's a.
My name is Jim.
Well, that's a lovely name, but it's not the person I'm looking for.
No one's ever looking for Jim.
I'm sorry, Jeb, but have you seen my friend? He's also rather diminutive, and he looks frightening, but I promise you, he's harmless essentially. I hope.
A lot of people be very scary, especially big scary bird who yell.
You know, maybe that big scary bird might know who I'm looking for. I'm gonna go check on that. Thank you.
Big scary bird squawking that way.
Oh.
You tell him Jeff sent you.
All right, I'll let him know that Jeb sent me. Thank you very much.
My name's Jeff. He waddles away.
Please clap.
Please.
Good old Bluey Jeff.
Chromagill heads in the direction he was informed of a big scary squawking bird.
At this point, you're just seeing. There's a couple of guardsmen that actually have walked on by that came in from right, and they're pretty much just like all standing together and talking to their captain. Basically, they're speaking to Barabbas at this point. Barabbas notices you walk by. He notices that you're standing there looking at him as if you're waiting to speak to him. All right, as you were, men. Go back to the gate and let others know that this will be our new outpost. Mr. Chromagill, yes?
Yes. Hail, Barabbas, you're quite the strong warrior, I hear.
Well, thank you.
I'm looking for a... Well, I'm looking for a demon who we recently enlisted. His name's Slowbond. He seems... Kind of like looks around. He seems a little slow and perhaps able to be, convinced to help us with our efforts. And I just wanted to check in on him, but I haven't seen him around. And he essentially swore fealty to me and Morgan over there, and I don't believe he's spoken to him either.
More fealty to you because we threw him away. We incarcerated him.
We threw him away. In the trash.
We threw it. We kind of threw
I just
him to the
imagine-
side.
Just imagine him like cross-eyed, tongue out in like a blunt pose as they're lowering him into a trash can, putting the lid on and put it out at the curb.
Just get out of there. Oh. So is he not here? Is he?
Oh, he's here. It's just that the Blueies were very adamant about his capture, but I figured something that was tied to the onrush would have been very good for interrogation. So, by his request, he told us to put him in a very cramped, confined cage.
No, he seems to really, really like small places, from what I've gathered. Anyway, would it be all right if I spoke to him?
Very well. I don't believe you'll get anything out of this man. This creature, this thing. He just seems to be nothing but insane.
Well, most people look at mushrooms as nothing but fungus, but I've come and tried to help you as best I can. Perhaps it's time we readjust our expectations of things. Starts heading the way.
Persuasion. Fucking persuasion.
Score 1 for Chromagil.
Yeah. Like, bitch, please.
Maybe you shouldn't be so ableist.
A two.
Plus your charisma, which is 0. Oh, okay.
So 2.
I'm not gonna take that from a mushroom.
And I'm not gonna use it. I can only use my silver tongue charge once a day.
You know what the best thing about this entire situation is that I rolled a nat 1, so anything that you have done, my roll is null and fucking void.
Well, all I did was basically give him a little like, well, hey, sometimes people can surprise you.
Barabbas just stands there, shakes his head, like, I'm so fucking tired about all of this shit. Let's go. Come on.
I'm not even on the good ship.
If you can get some information out of him, that'd be much appreciated. Very well. He opens the door to one of the huts. It's a bigger hut than most of the other ones. This one kind of has like a lot of pits in it. Like there's like 3 pits that go into separate little rooms. And if you look down one of the pits, there's a rope with a pulley system, and there's a cage just swinging at the bottom, and you hear giggling.
Slowbon, hello?
That's
Do you remember me, Slowbon? We met a while ago.
I love you too, Mr. Pitt.
No, I'm the large mushroom fellow you encountered before. The one who told you about this whole group thing. Okay, let me start over. Hi, I'm Chromagil. I have faith in you, despite your allegiance to being a demon.
I am? Barabbas just like slaps his beak and then starts pulling him back up. Oh, it's you! He's in a box and he's in a fetal position. His tail's sticking out, his snout's kind of out, his ears are peeking up out of the top of it.
Are you comfortable in there?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, if that's what you like.
I can't feel my back anymore.
Most creatures are not a fan of when that happens, but all right.
No, it's not, because watch this. You watch as he turns his head. Roll a medical check as he's turning his head by himself to the side.
Modified 20.
Modified 20? Let me roll for Barabbas as well. Okay. You both almost, for the life of you, thought he was trying to actively snap his own neck.
No, don't do that!
He just cracks his neck. Oh, that felt good! He when you see him turn his head, his anatomy almost looks like he snapped, like it's to the side, but then it continues and continues and continues. His chin points to 4 o'clock.
That's
and then he returns it back.
a pretty unique talent among living creatures. And aren't you pleased?
Yeah, I've been doing that for as long as I remember. Slowbon had lots of bones broken, so much so that he could probably do things most can't, like this. His entire arm spins counterclockwise.
Ooh, I don't even have a skeletal structure, and that kind of hurt to watch.
Slowbon, I'm gonna roll something for
Barabbas.
For Barabbas. He rolled a 2. Yeah, Barabbas kind of couldn't take that. He wrenches over to the side and throws up.
Does Barabbas just start throwing up? So
Barabbas feeds the pit.
Roll a insight check.
11.
You beat it out. He's doing this to fuck with Barabbas.
Oh, okay, I think I see what's going on here. I'm sure you understand that what you're doing can make some creatures, kind of like looks over at Barabbas, very uncomfortable.
Yeah!
Do you like causing pain?
Like he looks at you and he's just like, "What are you, fucking stupid?" Yes.
But what if you I don't know. Here's just a crazy thought. What if you made people feel better instead of worse, and they They came to help you when you needed things. And it was a
Impossible.
mutual...
That's not a thing.
No, it's a mutually beneficial relationship. It's a... You're kind to another creature to bestow kindness upon yourself.
Slowbon's eyes kind of like trail off.
Okay. Maybe I'm going a little too far.
Remember, he's a cleric of madness. You're gonna have to make this very fucking weird for him.
All right. So let's just say that you and a being that you're torturing are stuck together somewhere, and you need help.
By
but
his skin?
Yes, your skin is tied to each other, so you
okay.
cannot get away from him.
Okay, like this story. Please go on.
But you can't get out without his help, and you will never get to have all of the fun you like.
Why would Slowbon want to get out perfect torture method?
So you could...
If I feel pain, surely other person stuck to Slowbon feel pain.
Yes, but what if you needed to give someone pain over there, but you can't leave because you're stuck to this person and they're mad at you for torturing them and they won't let you go? Man. 5.
That's impossible. If I'm giving pain to one person, that one person more important than other person not receiving pain, they are lesser than me. Lesser not have pain, good pain, feel good for this person.
Okay, maybe
So why would I want to tie away from this person? What does Slowbon gain? What does he lose?
perhaps the concept of potential gains is too much for you. Let me back this up a little bit. Hey, you got picked on by the other demons, right?
Oh.
He looks down, his ears flap to the side like a dog.
And that was terrible, and that was wrong. They shouldn't have done that.
They shouldn't?
No. Just because you're small and maybe a little silly doesn't mean you're less important than them.
Oh, Slowbon been thinking that for years, but never said it out loud until this very day.
And wouldn't it feel good to bring the pain that you bring creatures who haven't bothered you? If you brought that pain to someone who hurt you? Twisting this into pro-revenge instead of be altruistic.
Persuasion.
Well, you could take over the whole world if you wanted to.
That's where this is leading, isn't
Feel
it?
like it.
There's nothing that could stop you if you truly believed in yourself.
Imagine the pain and sunder you could bring.
Just imagine if you had the faith in you that I do. 14.
You're giving a demon with imposter syndrome confidence. I hope you realize that you're doing this.
I, as the player, do. It's Krobogil. He's trying to just cover all of his bases and be like, I hope I didn't accidentally
Barabbas doesn't know what the fuck is... Like, Barabbas is looking at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
Now, you know what would really hurt those other demons? If you could... Whoops. Sorry.
Okay.
If you could let us in on any of their plans. If you could let us in on anything that you know... Any sort of information you might have that they would be holding from us, or would make things easier for us to go and hurt them. Then you could know that even if you're not directly there doing it, you can know that you're in some small way torturing the people who once hurt you.
Persuasion with advantage.
17.
Yeah, he likes this idea. He likes this idea a lot, so much that he, like, once again, he watches his neck kind of turns. It goes from 4, his chin goes from 4 to 3 to 12. He stays there for a minute, and his drool's kind of like dripping down above where his eye should be. Barabbas is like, did you just kill him?
He's doing Pennywise faces.
No, I don't think he's ever thought this hard before.
The blood's going to the big brainy thing! Snaps back to its regular position.
Do
Me know that spy is somewhere.
they have a spy?
Spy nestled very good. Give information to everyone.
Do you know who the spy is?
Someone close. As someone with big importance to something for design. Be in a vast right now.
There's a spy in a vast right now. I look over to Barabbas. Is he hearing this?
Yeah, Barabbas is like, oh fuck. Like he's trying to stay out of this so he can get everything to you.
Yeah. Well, do you know anything about this spy? What they might be looking like? Who they're disguised as?
I know who person is, but no, they're very close to someone on council. Not part of them. They are a part of their friends, crew, circle, thing, place, pirates.
They're not in the council, but they're close to them. Okay. Thank you, Sloban. Knowing this will surely bring great pain.
Show me the pain this causes!
I will let you know. I will tell you everything. I go ahead and throw some hallucinogen spores on him and just basically give the idea of demons just going like, oh no, Sloban, how could you have betrayed us like this and hurt us so badly? Just, I'm imagining all the demons I've seen so far, just them going like, oh, like a very over-the-top theatrical,
What
clearly.
is the DC for this?
Let me see.
Be on the next page.
No, for this, it's, since it's a thing.
It's one of his features.
Yeah.
Oh.
They have to roll a con save and beat a 14.
Well, even with a +4, he rolled a 5, so that's not happening.
Hey!
So there's a fucking mushroom growing out of both of his nostrils.
And just imagine all the pain they'd see and all the pain they'd feel because we figured out they had a spy thanks to you and their plan was thwarted. How frustrating that would be.
He lets out this high-pitched scream. It's fucking, like everyone in the entire village now hears this.
What was that?
Barabbas kind of just like looks to you like, I think we should leave because this is actually Barabbas is bleeding from the ears.
Well, okay. It seems like you're really excited about this. If you remember anything else that you think would be helpful, tell anyone in this camp, and it will surely bother the people who hurt you.
He's constantly screaming, like he hasn't took a breath in 1 second at all. No breath since he's continuing out this note.
Anyway, you seem really excited. We're gonna go. You
He's
enjoy
shaking
yourself.
madly, like you see the boxes swinging back and forth.
You can probably lower that. Let's go.
Yeah, I think I will. Oh no, Sloban got it.
Does that hit end somewhere?
It's only 10 feet down.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Now that I look at it, I can tell. Good.
Yeah, now and then like Barabbas like looks left and right, takes his shield, covers the entryway.
That might be a good idea for now.
Yeah, like the fucking
The shield's rattling.
Yeah,
on
the shield is
opening.
rattling. Okay, well, Barabbas kind of just like walks out. Well, I didn't expect that to work, and I'm not sure if what he told us is holding any weight, because he's a little fucking nuts.
He's definitely a unique one. I apologize. It might not have been my place to bring a creature like him here. It's just he didn't seem like he'd been given much of a chance with anyone, not even his own kind. I thought if I could get through to something like him, maybe we could find some way to avoid this. I'm sorry. It was irresponsible of me.
Not at all. The fact that you attempted this may bear some fruit, but the issue we're seeing here, Mr. Chromagill, if that's how you wish to be
Yes,
addressed
it is.
as. Well, Mr. Chromagill, you see, I've been a part of I've been a part of the first onrush. I used to be one of the first champions that heralded against it. I too would like to see this end, but so far we've seen no diplomacy out of this. We've seen no good out of it. How could I give kindness to something that's done nothing but dash away anything that's good and right with this world for 80 years of my life?
I don't expect it to be easy, nor is it something that I can really even burden you with. It's just something I felt like I had to try before it was too late.
An old bird.
Our copper can live up to 200 years.
Chromagill happy that he's gotten information, but still feels concerned. He was definitely looking at this with the, I just really wanted to see if I could make a difference to him, and he seems happy, but I don't, not the way I hoped.
Well, you may have not made a difference to someone whose mind is addled to the point of abstract thoughts, but you may have done a better service and difference to others outside of just the one person you were trying to save.
I suppose that's true. Thank you, Barabbas. That'll help. He kind of just goes off just to ponder a while. Oh.
You say that you're a sovereign of a set circle of folk, yes?
Yes, my circle back in my home.
Now, tell me, how do you feel about the fact that you have served outside of that circle and have done things that are not a part of you? Things that are not part of your realm's nature?
Well, I originally had set out to bring information back to my circle, but realized so many other people needed help that, as a sovereign, it just seemed like the right thing to do, even if I wasn't their sovereign.
You can't govern and dictate everyone else around you, Chromagil. No matter how hard you try, everyone's just far too different. I understand your want and desire to make things good, but trust me, as someone who's commanded a lot of other people, there's just a few eggs that don't fall into the same basket as you.
It's true, I suppose. It's just hard to let things go like that.
Well, hopefully when this is all over soon, everything will return to normalcy, or we all die. Either which way, something will be silenced.
I suppose that's true. Thank you.
Be off with you then. I have to contend with the new noise.
Again, I apologize.
Stop it. Be on with you.
Heads off.
All right, so everyone kind of returns ready for their lodging at this point?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So it is now the next day.
Oh, what a night. God, that noise was keeping me up for a bit. Yeah, that one. I mean, you get used to it. You go sense blind to it, but it just does not.
All the blueies have their ears over their heads. They're just like, ah!
I mean, luckily it never stops, so you kind of get used to it.
Oh.
I kind of miss it.
Chromagil heads over to where he knows Slowbot was being held. I'm gonna check something real quick.
Just notice that there's Slowbon kind of like slumped over.
Hey. Slowbon,
He's got his mouth is like hanging out of the side of him, and there's Barabbas standing behind him with his shield in both his hands.
You screamed yourself out there, little guy?
No, that was me. I just couldn't fucking take it anymore.
That's fair. I understand.
I would be afraid if I gave him a concussion with that, but well, it's him.
They technically can't die.
Really?
I mean,
Yes.
you can use fire to send them back where they came from, but with the information he's given us, that might honestly be more dangerous for us now. If they know we know about a spy, that could just cause more problems.
And we'd be sending him off to his death at that point, or at least a death in his realm.
I wonder what that entails.
Red kind of just like looks to you all. Oh yeah, well, you technically could kill them. They just need to be back where they came from.
Oh. So if we go to where they live,
If we invade Demon Realm,
that'd show them. I mean, it'd be pretty. I'm guessing it's not nice.
I have a feeling they don't come from a very
Misha kind of just,
hospitable home.
Misha just looks at you. I don't believe hell is a nice place. Wait.
Probably not. I mean, I've never been, so I can't personally say, but its residents seem to really not want to be there, and they're all kind of mean. So,
Well, let's be off to our doom then.
All right!
All right, so you all get on your ships. Ziaka and Red pretty much tell you, all right, this is your mission now. Just head on northeast from here. Hopefully, one of the artifacts that they gave you will actually proc, and you'll get to Avast much easier.
Thanks, Moms.
Red and Ziaka turn and look at you. Don't ever say that again.
Yes, Moms.
No, that's my job, says Konari. And then Red and Ziaka turn and look at him. No, it's not!
All right, have fun with the kid. Spinny.
Oh, he's coming. He's coming along.
Oh, he's on my ship?
So at this point, they're probably gonna take only 2 ships at this point. So a few people are gonna be along with you on this ride. So
We have passengers.
yeah, you have passengers. So pretty much everyone who you have grown accustomed with is on this ship at this point.
Quite a few people.
All right. Real party cruise.
Yep. So with that, you drive off into the blue, going past archipelagos. A couple of days keep going by. You have enough food and rations. You were prepped for this well beforehand. You've left Bluey Cove 2 days ago.
And I finally have a chef that I can fish for.
Yep. So yeah, it feels the same as it has been for a good long while, Wake. It's
Good old days.
Yeah, you feel the good old days come trickling back as everyone's just like sitting around having a good time, just like enjoying what time they have left out in the open seas. Risk has been enjoying just watching the waves go by, and he's just writing down more notes and everything in his little journal. Pliskin's on the other ship. He wanted to stay away from Risk at this point.
Womp womp.
Yep. Onslow is just polishing his gun, just like looking down at the water, hoping that a dolphin would just stray on by so we could take a shot.
Wake stares off into the horizon as he's steering the ship, just wistful.
Grammy like just appears up from behind you.
Oh, hey, Grammy. How's it going? Ah, that's the lunch is almost ready giggle. Oh, something else wrong?
Grammy not tell anyone this before.
Uh-huh.
She like grabs the lever where the anchor is and she drops it.
Oh!
Hoist sails!
She like grabs you by the ear and pulls you aside.
Sheet!
Get down.
I find a place to... I sit on the floor.
She like puts you near a barrel.
I sit on the barrel.
What?
Now you shut up and listen to Grammy.
Can do.
Grammy not ever tell anyone this. Grammy only tell people she actually cared about. It what got Grammy in this situation before.
Okay.
You know why Grammy gives other people her secret ingredients?
I always just assumed it was because they were hungry and that you, have a nature that wants to give.
Right, but why that is?
It's a quiz. Then no, I do not know.
Her eyes kind of like, they're always this bug-eyed wild. They go straight, and her face is other than fucking shocked and just weirded out. And it's just blank.
Oh, this is unnerving.
Internally.
My body is cursed. She opens up her mouth and like shows her jaw. You look inside. Her tongue looks like it's grayed away. Like it's like if you touch it, it would ash away.
Oh. So you can't taste.
Can't eat. What I used to do.
Oh.
I gave up my love of cooking to save someone I cared for deeply.
Oh.
And how do they repay me? They swim off away to waters unknown and left me away. This curse that I've accumulated.
Are they one of my people?
No,
Another really good swimmer.
you do not know how old Grammy is. I've been here eons.
I really don't. I don't know how long that is.
Well, at least it's nice to know that if time should end here and nothing continues forward from this entire incursion, Grammy wants you to know that she's enjoyed the fact that throughout this whole entire little adventure with your short lifespans, Grammy's happiest knowing that she brought joy to at least a few of you.
Thank you,
To
Grammy.
the point where even old Grammy can feel like she actually is satisfied again. No longer with food, but with emotion.
Wake takes a moment to like slowly set his ghost arm on Grammy's shoulder.
Grammy doesn't flinch. Like she allows it. She like cracks a tiny smile, not a big one.
Just like a shimmer.
From day one since we left Jahal Cove, you've been a treasured member of whatever crew I've been on. I know that to how old you may be, my lifespan may only be, I don't know, a blink of an eye, but with how long you've been around in my life, frequency is not exactly something I've been used to. You've been a big part of my life. Just know that you've been appreciated, Grammy. And even if everything does go poorly here, I'm sure you will almost certainly find a way to live on.
For a split second, you see this very oddly beautiful woman standing there before you. For like a hot second, you just...
A hot second
For
indeed.
for a hot second, there is a pale-skinned Triton woman standing in front of you.
And
Then there's Grammy again, trailing her eyes trailing off again with that big, stupid, goofy smile of hers.
Wake rubs his eyes.
Yeah. Oh, that's better.
Nice to know Grammy is treasure. Get the fuck back in that boat! We have a time slot!
Right. Okay. Weigh anchor!
Oh god! You see his, there's Scrung, just pulling the fucking anchor up and then, ah!
Probably could have given somebody else that job. You're doing great, Scrum!
Ah!
And we set sail again.
This time you have to stop the boat because it's nightfall.
Oh, hold on! Scrum, put it back down!
Fuck you!
Oh.
I mean,
Oh
we still need to stop!
Wisp takes it, spins and flies off overboard.
I'll be right back.
I dive in. I pratfall
Scrum
dive
just
to save
takes a
wrist.
cigarette.
Chromiko comes over to the anchor. You know, I think I'll take over from here on. I can do this.
After that little fucking shit show that happened, everyone goes ahead and have some food. By the way, I should probably all tell you. I realize you're all eating what's effectively poison, yes?
Wait's just slurping down.
No, you're still welcome to eat it, but Grammy can tell you what her real secret recipe is. The secret recipe that I've been having for all these years.
I mean, I'd be curious, but I'm not much the cooking sort, so it might
Everyone
not make a
else
lot of
on the
sense to
crew
me.
is just sitting there like, oh, fuck. Like, this is gonna be the bad shit, isn't it?
Wake's always loved it, so.
She holds her fucking spindly ass hand up. She runs her fingers through the food. She hands it to you, Wake, to have.
Seconds!
You eat it, it's fine. Now, stop. Stop! She takes it back,
Sets it
spins
down.
her finger, spins her hands through it, gives it back to you. Oh, it tastes awful. Roll a con save.
What happened?
Get all these dice out of the way. That is a... Nope, that's Nedra's sheet. Con on me is +2. 18.
18? This is an ability that she has for her class. She has been casting what is known as the Hex Fortune on all of the food you've been eating. That's the reason why all of the food you guys have ever consumed this entire time gives you benefits. Because it's a hex spell.
Why is it so sticky and thick and
She spins her finger in it
crunchy?
again.
Hold on.
Fine.
That's better. Still thick, less sticky though, and fewer chunks.
Grammy's secret ingredient is coven.
Oh. Huh.
Risp is just sitting there, just like Risp and Red look at each other. Why the fuck have we not seen that already? Like, why did we of all people not notice this only now was this a thing? But there you go, chat. I just gave you all the fucking lowdown. I just blew it all up in your face. The reason why everyone keeps getting boons is because the food is shit. She's just been casting a hex on it that it tastes good. For all you know, you've been eating fucking sardine toothpaste.
Well, Wake knows what he's been catching, but yes, she has been using all parts of the equation.
Yep. Well, hey, she fucking told you she can't eat any of it. Anything she eats, it all just like fades away in her mouth. Grammy is constantly on the verge of starvation, but because of her curse, she cannot She cannot take exhaustion. She cannot be poisoned, and she cannot eat or drink. So it all comes together.
It's like
She's
some
a
kind
sad, cursed cook.
like some kind of Terminator.
Morgan, you're not sure if it's the food or not, but you look out towards the water, trying to like hope that like, maybe should I? Is it impolite to retch over the side of the ship, or to like just let it sit in my gut and stew?
I mean, if you do throw up over the side, probably gonna chum up. The water's pretty good, so I might be able to find some good fish down there.
Roll a survival check.
That is an 8.
An 8. There's the sunset again. There's that purple ring again.
Morgan, is everything okay?
Yeah. I think I'm fine. Morgan leans over at it.
Took it all already?
Dead. I thought, I'm dead. This won't do anything.
I never really considered the fact that a ghost would smoke.
We all have our vices, even in the afterlife.
Why? What's the problem? Like, if you smoked it all already, then you shouldn't have any other effects.
I keep seeing a purple ring around the sun.
You shouldn't stare at the sun. It's probably bad for you. Oh God, there was a whole tentacle in that one.
Was it a survival check?
Survival
that he was
check,
looking
yes.
at with? With a 15, or sorry, 16.
Huh, you thought he was just going fucking ape tits for a hot second there, but then, wait, there is a purple ring around the sun.
No, I didn't partake in any of the whatever that was, but I can see it. Look like faint purple ring around the sun, right?
Ugh. That's not good, is it?
You need to knowledge history. Have I ever seen anything like this before?
Uh-huh.
You are.
I want
quite
you to roll one as well.
Survival
No,
or
history.
history? Ah, okay. History check. Much worse for me.
You can roll one as well.
Okay.
Not bad though. 15.
Got a 17.
17.
That's a 9.
You remember this as you were entering near Gas Isle. The sun kind of almost looked like it locked into this weird eclipse just before it hit the waters, as the last dusk you saw before you died was there. You saw this as the sky turning purple the moment that you felt something weird going on a couple of months ago, during the time when Eberkal fell. And you remember the night Eberkal fell, and the sky had this weird tinge of purple to it. This all feels common and has some kind of connection to something very, very abyssal happening.
Definitely seems ominous.
It is weird. I thought I made it up. I mean, I instantly swam out the instant something happened, and I got attacked. I thought it was all a fever dream.
Yeah, that was the reason why you didn't take much mind to it, is because you ran out. You didn't see much because you only got a piece of it through the canopy of the dark wood, and you saw it. You didn't pay attention to it because you were fighting demons before you died.
Yeah.
An ill omen.
Well, if anything, this lets us know we're probably getting closer to the actual time of reckoning.
Baltar is on your ship, by the way. I saw this before my family was killed.
Well, let's see if we can make things turn out differently this time.
We should amp up security, or at least have people on watch for tonight. Alright, so everyone roll me a perception check. As you all take turns taking watch.
17.
18.
14.
18, 14, and
17.
17? Alright, so You take first watch.
Okay.
It's pretty much the same thing. The sky feels this weird, ominous purple. For you two, however, you've gone into night, and you're keeping an eye out for whatever's going on. You look off in the distance where you saw the sun setting. The sun's been gone for hours. Like, way been gone for hours, but...
I wonder where it goes when it leaves.
It almost feels like there's an eclipse, like there's a black circle in the sky, that it still remains where it was staying. Like when the sun met the halfway point of the horizon line, it feels like there's a black dot that's still there, but it's so faint, you barely notice it.
Wake pulls out his spyglass just to try to get a slightly better look at it.
Mm-hmm.
What is with that?
I'm guessing he and I are on the same watch, since we're seeing this at the same time.
Since you got the higher one, I'll say you take the second watch, and this is all on you for now.
All right.
Going on out there?
I keep my eye on it, but then
Roll me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save, gotcha. Periodically, I was gonna say I look around to make sure everything is copacetic. 16 or a 15? 17.
17?
Wait, 18. Sorry, it's a 15.
18?
And that was bad math.
Felt your entire body go numb, and it just felt like your entire soul was on fire. Like this is not your kind of. This is not the heat you have ever produced. This is not something you felt from Nedra. This is fucking infernal fire that just completely engulfed you. You saw a face look at you for a hot second. You had to look away. You felt fear looking at this dot.
Bad.
Yeah, like you, Chromagill, you walk out thinking it's your turn for watch. He's been sitting there the whole time rubbing his face.
Bad.
All right,
Bad.
Wait.
Huh?
Wait, what happened?
Sorry, how long have you been there?
I just came up. It was around my time to take watch.
You were standing there the whole time on your watch.
Okay. Good, I didn't, everything okay?
Things fine so far.
As far as I can tell. You're the one who's on watch, though.
Yeah, after the sun went down, don't look too closely, but there's a black orb where it used to be. Just sitting out there on the horizon. I tried to get a closer look, and then my entire body felt like it was on fire, and I saw these faces and...
Roll an insight.
21.
You know that looking directly into the sun is kind of not the smartest thing in the world, but the fact that he's been doing it and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning at this point, that's a little worrying.
I mean, the sun isn't there. It's just this black ball out on the horizon.
You know the sun's going to come out the other way, and it's going to start rising soon.
Well, it's been night for a while.
I know.
And there's just this... Tries to, like, you telling him not to look directly at it is naturally making him incredibly
I was
curious.
using a spy.
I was using a spyglass, to be fair, so that might change things, but...
Give it.
He tries to kind of, like, glance up, but not be too staring. Is that still a perception?
You're still going to have to roll a wisdom save.
Okay. Well, he glances up, just trying to be as cautious as he can.
If I let him know ahead of time that something's going to try to burrow into his brain, can that give him advantage?
No, he still has to look into it.
That's fair.
You look directly into the center of it. If he's looking at it, like, just at a glance, it's still going to be looking at it.
He takes a peek up, and oh no, wisdom save! 9.
Chromagill, you know what fear is for the first time. Chromagill lets out this blood-curdling scream and falls on his ass.
Oh, I hope I was the only one that could hear that. That's awful. I've never heard that.
Drops down.
You just look up at the sky. You feel like your entire body is on fire.
That is... No, this isn't... What's...
I shake Chromagill out of
Roll a
it.
medicine check.
It's the... It can't... I don't...
Oh no, the ship!
Everything's collapsing.
Oh, God!
It's... the fire, it's everywhere.
Medicine check. Good, that's wisdom. So that's 15.
We're not safe.
After a while of you just trying to, like,
It's okay.
keep him copacetic, it's not working until finally you just give up and punch him in the face and it snaps him out of it.
Okay.
Why?
You have an innie nose.
It'll pop out in 6 minutes, 6 hours.
What was that? It was everywhere. There was darkness and fire and...
The last thing you remember seeing before your fear overcame you was you saw this very large, very intimidating red humanoid figure. It turned and looked at you. It was staring directly at you. You saw a face with 6 sets of horns that go down the chin and that go down the side. When it hits the chin, they kind of curl around each other and almost like form into a grin. The man looked at you. He had 1 set of eyes, and then 3 more sets appeared right around him. They were piercing yellow, and there was a red dot in the center. That's where the fire started to overtake you.
It's horrible. There was a being there.
Did this in any way feel similar to
Yes,
the stuff on Jahal Cove that we were dealing with?
You felt... for Jahal Cove?
Yeah, like
I was going to say, for this one...
Like the abyssal shit that Victor had thrown at us near the end that was trying to burn into our brains.
Roll me a history check with disadvantage.
This burn is a different burn.
That'll be a 10.
10? It's so far and beyond a while ago that it doesn't feel familiar, but you feel there's a connection somehow.
Okay.
The face he describes, though, you saw an inkling of it. Enough to chill you to your core.
With the eyes on the side,
Yes,
right?
those and the horns.
Basically, what you saw was like from around the entire, like from his eyebrow to maybe like his lips. That's what you saw. Chromagill got the whole fucking picture.
It's nothing like anything I've ever seen in all of my days.
Oh,
Kind of malevolence is unreal.
I think we better get used to it, because I think that's what's waiting for us. I think it knows we're coming.
Chromagill just kind of looks on, and despite how normally emotion takes forever to be on his face, this is a mushroom in despair.
Yep.
I don't know what we can do to that. Kind of just sits down and
Wake sits next to him.
We'll do what we can. That's all we can.
you're right. Doing nothing won't solve anything. Just kind of sits up and just tries to shake himself. Thank
Chromagill
you.
is a little too shaken to continue his watch.
Wake will assist him and get a short rest rather than a long rest.
All right. And this is where we'll take a break for now.
All right. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the table.
All right.
Hell of a night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crazy night. You guys regale what had happened to the rest of the crew. A lot of folks kind of like give you like this suspicion that they're all kind of like we felt the same once upon a time, but not recently. So yeah, this all feels like it's just a giant omen from everyone. This feels like the black spot of this world for now. But you continue to press forward. You feel like time is of the essence at this point, so you keep going.
Yeah, it seems like an even bigger indicator.
Seems to be like a, hey, the day before tragedy, this happens.
You're now on day 4 of traveling. It's probably about like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You feel like there's been a little bit of a gap in Archipelago, and you're starting to like reach the mainland at this point. Like you can see the mountainside way clearer than before.
All right, we're getting there.
Although they keep telling you to go northeast, but you feel like you're running out of space to go that way. Like you're just now coasting along the side of the at least eastern side of a lot of archipelagos, and they feel like they're closed off a lot.
I feel like I'm gonna run aground if I bring us any further northeast.
Everyone roll a perception check.
16.
14.
22.
All right, everyone can see this. For the longest time, you've all seen that there was like a bar of land that was off to the east. Like you just felt like the continent was close. You were getting closer and closer to the continent at this point.
Right.
Now all of a sudden, it feels like there's a way bigger open space, even though there's more mainland. Like there was land off to the side of you, but now it feels like most of that land is now converted over to the northern end of the ship.
Oh, well, I can turn further east, I guess. Weird.
You feel something's lighter in your pocket, Wake.
Hell.
I check my pouches.
Roll an investigation check.
I investigate my pouches. 12.
12? It feels like there's something lighter where a lot of your more important stuff is.
Oh no!
Like you feel around, you pull out the scarab's still there.
Oh thank God.
However, when you grab the scarab, what was next to it feels like it's broken apart. You feel a piece of gold metal has flaked off of something else in your pocket.
What the hell?
You pull that out. It's the device that was used to get you guys closer to Avast. It is completely destroyed.
How the hell? Just gonna fine.
With that perception check, you all see him pull out an object that is broken.
Is that?
I think that was important.
Did something happen?
As your friends crowd around you.
I pull it out.
Look, I don't know what happened. I only felt like this just now, but
I pull out the thing that was supposed to track us to Avast.
Yeah, it was the medallion that you were given well before you started this trip from Ziaka. It is completely shattered. The gem on the inside of it is completely broken, and it looks like it literally looks like it took a blunt force trauma right to the center of it.
look, I don't know how this could have happened. I was just sparring with Nedra on top of... Oh, that would do it. Probably, maybe.
It felt like the moment, like you felt like you were able to turn more east, though.
Oh.
Well,
But no, that wouldn't add up, because it was fine before that. But then, now it isn't.
Captain, you might want to weigh anchor. You hear Plisket all the way to the other side.
Oh, you got a loud... Ah, wait, anchor!
There is an armada of ships with guns pointed at you.
I head over to the anchor and
I spin to the side to get our broadside along the side of them as well.
There is a fleet of ships that surround your two vessels.
What
They-
sign are they carrying?
They are all gunships, and they all surround you.
do they have a flag that's denoting?
If
We're
you
running
want,
the Wonders flag.
roll a perception check.
Wake is too focused on the gunships, unless a 9 will get him there.
I'm very little help as well with a 6. I am still shaking in my boots from the first time feeling.
All right, none of us are looking at flags right now. Gotcha.
Yeah, you're not looking at flags.
All
at
we
this
see are the
point.
guns. Just, oh, no.
Oh, I don't like this very much.
You all are stopped. The ships are getting closer. It looks like there's a bunch of planks and a bunch of sets for people to start boarding onto your ship.
Prepare to be boarded!
You don't have to tell them twice because apparently they're not only are there humans and a bunch of tabaxi now boarding on your ship. Out of nowhere, there's Kenku now draped with swords and guns on your ship, and they feel like they just magically appeared.
What's a Kenku again? Bird. Okay.
It is a flightless crow-like bird.
Okay, thank you.
The makeup of this crew is familiar in terms of its racial dichotomy.
Yes.
Would I be able to identify any of them as known associates of Lot?
Which dichotomy are you looking at specifically?
Specifically Lot. He was the sneakier of the crews.
Roll me a history check.
Row your.
12.
12. Kind of like peer off to the side and notice that a couple of ships look like they're way more fancier than the other ones. Like, there's one set of ships that look like they're just, proper gunships. The other ones look like they're way more jovial and have a lot more flags addressed to them. The other one looks like it's ramshackled and put together, and it looks like there's a bunch of what seems to be children all on one side of the ship. They're all like waving cutlasses at you and just trying to be intimidating. The Kenku are new. This is brand new. You've never seen them before. And they all, almost out of nowhere, just sort of appeared with rifles at the ready pointed at everyone.
Relax, I think they're friendly. I mean, despite their demeanor.
From one of the ships where all the children are, 2 giant wooden beams, just slam down on top of your ship.
Hey, we just got this! Careful!
All of the Kenku kind of, corral you guys to stand right before the board.
Pushing. This was a gift from a elder fae. Jeez.
You watch as, a very, what almost looks like intimidating creature, You don't see its clothing yet. You see it like kind of like stubbing its way towards out of like the row of children. You see what looks like a giant cannon that's strapped onto the back of what looks like a really big garb, like a overcoat, really red overcoat. You hear the clacking of wood, so if there's a prosthetic somewhere involved in this, on this creature. Out pops from the sea of children and running and walking very, like, calmly across the boards is a green-skinned imp. Like, smaller than the children. Has an eye patch across his face, a big gash across his throat, wearing tattered clothes that look like it's way bigger than he's supposed to be, but he's got a prosthetic arm on one side and a prosthetic leg on the other side made of metal, and this one, his arm's a hook.
Cromwell nudges Morgan. It seems their sovereigns are like the opposite of how mine work. It's little one seems to be in charge.
I suppose
He stands before you all, like, you feel like you could punt this man, albeit for the fact that he's got a fucking cannon way disproportionate to the size of him. Chromagil, it looks like you would have a hard time holding this thing up, and he's just got it strapped to his back, no problem.
I can see why, though. He seems very sturdy.
I have my crews correct. I believe you would be part of the Rumbloods. Would you be Bartle?
You know my name, then?
I've made acquaintance with some of your acquaintances.
Really now. And, like, he's just, like, walking back and forth. He's just, like, eyeing all of you. He, like, takes his prosthetic and, like, jabs at Nedra's leg. Nedra kind of just, like,
And
stop
careful.
it. Stop
careful.
it. Stop it. Now, I'm sure by the fact that you know who I am and you know what my flag is, you seem less intimidated by the fact that you're surrounded by dozens of bloodthirsty pirates. Now, why is that?
Because you're the guys I've been looking for.
And why would you be looking for us? Because everyone else on the ship, like, kind of, everyone, all the other pirates, like, laugh. Like, they're just like, oh, you're fucking crazy. You're looking for pirates.
Oh, Wake kind of like has a small smirk on his face.
Perhaps if I could parlay with either Lot or Mead. I've spoken with them more in the past.
Nah, mate, you're standing in front of me now.
Hmm.
You're standing in front of one of the captains of the South Seas. You speak to me first. Lot, Mead, Zaslamel, Siren, and Kinsey have no say in this right now. This is all my show. So now, explain to me why you know all of us and are trying to find us.
The crew I served on. The Lockwood Natural Wonders. We were chartered to deliver a parcel to each of you. I'm here to complete that as one of the remaining members of that crew. I've been told it could turn the tide of this war.
He kind of like takes his prosthetic leg. He knocks your knee down so you get to his height. Like he Charlie horses you so you fall down to his height.
Rather than combat it, I'll just allow it.
He grabs you by the chin and pulls you. He looks at you. All right, well, blue skin, shark-like complexion.
Smile with my shark-like teeth.
We expected you weeks ago.
There were complications.
There always are. There always are.
You know, sea full of demons, massive arch face, stopping any progression this eastward.
That last part was a little bit of a tall tale. Let me see this parcel that you're sent to give us.
I pull out the scarab, keeping it in my real hand. I've not yet revealed that my ghost hand exists.
He takes it from you. Are you going to resist?
He's working with these crews, so I'm going to allow this for now.
Okay. He completely takes it from your hand and he starts rubbing his hand through it. He pulls out a scrying orb from his overcoat. What is it? I told you we're still working on it. You hear Lot's voice, Wake.
I put my head in line with the scrying orb.
Hi, Lot. Long time no see.
Like one of the Kenku kind of just like put the butt of their gun to your back so you stay out of the way.
I would not do that if I were you.
I point back at him.
They don't want you looking at that right now. They're keeping you away from it. It's all right, Lot. I don't know if this is good news to you, but you kept us on watch for a certain something. Would this be it? You hear Lot's voice. There's a stall. It's fine. Let them be. This is exactly what we were looking for. Tell Kinsey that we're about to bring it in. Well, it appears I've been a little bit rude. He like snaps his real fingers, and all the Kenku leave you alone, and they all step away.
Impressive. A lot of loyalty you got there.
We're all in the same boat here.
Literally. I'm
Like,
sorry.
He like looks at you like
I needed to break the tension. I'm so sorry.
he can't hear you.
Yeah, just like wobbling
You
up.
haven't sneezed.
Don't tell him I said anything. I think he'd be mad. He just kind of stands there awkwardly, looking like he said something, then kind of settles back down.
Let me see something here. Well, if it all checks out, welcome to Avast, everyone. I'm sure introductions will be in order, but I'm certain you would all like to see your job complete.
Yes, before we rejoin everybody, the scrying orb, that's off now, right?
I can turn it back on.
No. This, probably more important, Chromagil. One of my companions. He's very good at gathering information. We've learned recently that there might be a spy in your ranks.
Oh, really now?
Yes. We haven't gotten any good indication. It's not one of the members of the Grand Design, at least the founding members, but among one of the crews. Apparently there's a spy amongst you.
Well, now, that's rather daunting news here, and a bold accusation you're putting against everyone.
I'm not trying to I'm not trying to point fingers. I am simply saying that we got this information from a reliable source. Whether or not you choose to trust me is up to you. Just know that, at the very least, Mead trusts me. Lot and I, we don't really get along, but Mead would vouch for me at the very least, I think.
Well, the fact that you're invoking parlay and didn't decide to start firing off or retaliating against us, very smart move, by the way. I like that. Considering that Lot knows who you are, I have no intention of obliterating you, taking your ship apart, and putting it upon one of my own.
Appreciate it.
By the way, I do notice that this happens to be a ship from the Northern Seas.
Yes.
Where'd you get this?
From a Grand Phase ship graveyard, as I had mentioned previously. It was gifted to us because it was faster than the ship that we were traveling on, and we kind of rescued our kid from demons. It's the reason that it took us several weeks longer to get here than we wanted.
He doesn't believe you. The child you're talking about is on this ship.
I don't think that's true.
No, he's not.
Was he on the
He
other
just
ship?
wakes us blankly and just
Stares at the ground.
Wait, I don't think that's...
You don't think your own story is true?
No. It was, sorry, my... Chromagil, would you mind
I kind of like wave a hand and
clarifying?
tell them I'm not attacking them.
He's not going to attack you, but this is how he communicates.
Just a cloud of spores appear. Sorry about that. Everything was so tense before I didn't have a chance to do this. I apologize. It is not like me to not talk to people directly.
He said he thought that
You
the
hear-
child was amongst our crew, but
You
he is
hear
not.
what almost feels like white noise for a hot second, but then you hear his voice return, like, okay, well, that was a little disgusting.
I apologize. I'm sorry. The child we rescued is traveling with us. He might not be on this very vessel, but I know
No, he's not with us in general. He's with his mom. There's another child.
You're right. I'm
Konari.
thinking
different kid.
You're thinking of Konari.
Yeah, I am. You're correct.
Entirely different kid.
Never mind.
This one can make people disappear with his eyes.
But
The
that
other
was
one-
weird for you, Chromiel, because remember, because of your cloak, you can now discern otherworldly beings. But the fact is that you heard that otherworldly tongue. Everyone else heard like this weird primordial speech. You've heard Micha kind of like do the same thing every once in a great while when she's probably trying to curse you out. You're not sure if that's 100% accurate, but you hear that for a hot second, and then it returns to normal. So you don't know what kind of vibe you can get off this kid.
Wait a minute. Are you kind of like tries his best to restrain himself and not like seem threatening or like he's getting in this guy's face? You're from this plane, correct?
Shakes his head no.
Oh, well, okay.
How'd you guess that?
Well, one of the gifts bestowed upon me gives me the ability to discern creatures from different planes, and basically I have universal communication with things from this plane, and I was gaining an interference from you, and well, since we're looking for an undercover demon, perhaps I just wanted to be clear that you were open with the fact that you weren't from this plane.
Morgan and Wake, roll history with advantage.
Advantage, yay. Now my dumbness is mitigated relatively.
Okay, that's a 13.
10.
10. Based on the MO of the Rumbloods, you remember they're all orphaned children from fights with the Navy that became pirates. The fact that he's an imp, I need you to roll an Arcana check.
Okay. Natural 20.
You were the one that killed his parent.
He's an untethered familiar.
Okay, now this makes sense. Rumbloods, orphans. You don't have a master anymore.
That's correct. I can feel you're strange, considering you're a strange one. You look like a man, but you have the same sense of something that is not supposed to be here.
He's
kind
a
of like
ghost. I learned this recently.
Me. Only recently.
I mean, he looks like a person.
I'm a revenant.
Something Kinsey would probably know way better than I would. But yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
I've been abandoned years ago. Mr. Mead found me, and rather than take me up as a master, he made me as one of his cohorts. I don't age. My master has long since been dead, and I live in an existence that is stuck in time and yet isn't. So here I am.
That is interesting.
Cool.
Well, nice for you all to meet me. Thanks to your blue friend here, you know my name. Let us enter inside a vast, shall we? As he snaps his fingers, and you watch the Kenku all disappear. You watch as this weird veil kind of like warbles out, like you're seeing a mirage be lifted. There is a mechanical city sitting off on the side where the land is supposed to be. Like it completely phases in from existence.
Wow. That is
It is a port town made entirely of steel.
that is some intense magic you got there.
Some of the things left behind by my previous owner. But welcome to the wandering city of Alabat. Oh God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh no!
Get your fingers out of that pie, mister!
Hey, listen, I actually had a Vast before Alabast was a thing, so
That's fair.
I just caught that myself. Welcome to the wandering city of Avast. And that's where we'll stop.
All right. Well,
Damn.
we're heading in to the climactic battle. Next episode, which might be a little long, all things considered.
Next episode will be a lot longer.
All right, so hopefully the internet will be up and
Yeah,
doing what it
we'll
should be.
Definitely.
And
Those watching this on
And
YouTube,
I'm
you're
sure-
getting the normal view, but everybody else on Twitch, we gotta
We got a phone that's doing this whole thing for us right now.
Yeah,
Shout out to
so-
Tyler for offering his phone for this stream.
I can't wait for everyone now to like just go like, oh my god, it's crossover, fuck, fuck.
So here we go. We are in the end game,
Yep.
truly. So make sure to tune in next time at the table for the climactic finale.
We do have fan art, but unfortunately,
Aren't gonna be able to show it, but we
Yeah.
can show it to the YouTube audience here. Here, grab the phone. That way
Oh,
we
yeah.
can
yeah.
we can show it on the screen as we do here. Ooh, I know the artist here. That's Inkumame. I know
Yep.
that one. They've been doing some fantastic
They just like appeared out of
work.
nowhere. Like they were gone for a while, and then they just like start throwing like fan art of like yours.
Yeah,
Monty's,
I got
and mine.
some roll with me art that from them that's fantastic. But here's an amazing Wake Scalebound by Inkumame.
That does look rad.
Yeah, look
Oh,
at that.
yeah.
Look at that water bending swishy ghost arm. I fucking love it.
Here, you can.
Yeah, here.
There.
Now we can. There we go. We can take a good
There we
look.
go.
This is what our view's like, by the way, when we're looking at the art.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how we see it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Inkumame, for all of the fantastic art from all of the
Well, we're
awesome
not done yet.
campaigns. Oh, we got some more Inkumame coming in here.
Yep. We got
let's
4
take a look.
pieces of Ikamame coming up.
Oh boy, let's umame this ink. Hell yeah!
Nice.
Oh,
What do you?
He's gonna spread them out so
Gotcha.
you can
Okay.
see all of them.
I was all scared.
I really like Morgan's. Like
No,
the-
Morgan's looks rad.
It's very Agni and Rundra from Devil May Cry 3.
Yeah. I mean, these look like, almost like tarot cards.
Yeah.
They are awesome. Thank you so much, Inkumame, for the fantastic sets of the, I guess the
Still
last
a
of the wonders.
Yeah, they're still the natural wonders, just under a different cap.
Which technically none of us are.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we
They're all
like.
free company.
Yeah, Wake does not feel
Yeah.
comfortable being a captain.
Yeah, it's basically a squad of
There is another one.
Teamed up
Number
mercenaries.
4. If you.
Oh, we got. Oh hell yeah!
That's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
The DM boy.
It's almost
I love.
done.
I love
saw
that you had a bloater fish down there in the corner.
Yeah, there's a little bloaterfish right there. There's,
And there's
it all the
it,
way at the top
And then
corner.
there's Grammy's hand just reaching in.
Oh, he's.
I didn't
Oh,
notice
here we go.
Grammy's hand.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
he's getting it in there.
Hold on. Let's.
there he is, right there.
Perfect.
Exactly as he DMs.
DM boy. So next up here,
Bang,
it's
rang,
Roy.
bingo.
Bangarang Aliko's Roy.
Now
Bangarang,
here's
bring us
Roy.
I actually have a legit picture of what Roy looks like. It's actually in the mock.
The mock-up that's on Patreon right now.
Yeah. That
Nice.
will be public this upcoming Sunday.
Hell
So
yeah.
you'll be getting it all soon. But for those who are part of the Patreon, you get that first, and you get to see what the mock looked like. But I love this still.
Yeah, no,
looks
that's
awesome.
fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much, Bangarang.
I mean, technically, if Roy wanted to look like this, he,
He
could.
totally can. He
Yeah,
has
super
the power.
can.
he can change his form.
A lot of teeth.
That luggage head.
Ugh, Guillermo del Toro's just drooling at that
His
art right now.
belly button is an eyeball. I just want to throw that
Yes,
out
no,
there.
I love that. I love that.
Hey, real quick, somebody asked why we haven't been retweeting on our art Twitter.
Why haven't we been retweeting on our art Twitter?
Because we can't log in.
Access to it.
We don't have access to it?
Oh, no.
That's weird.
Oh, we need to get that figured out.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we'll figure that out. We don't have access to our art Twitter, apparently.
Huh.
I don't know how that happened.
Every time I try to send it off to a to get the what do you call
Forgot
it?
the password.
Forgot when I send it to forgot password, it goes to an email I can't access.
Huh. Well, we'll get that fixed up.
Yeah, we'll try to figure that out. I signed up for that a long time ago. Oh, damn.
I have become Scary Axe.
Can you give us the name again, Tyler?
6. There's no.
Are you
There's no name on it?
No, these are numbered.
No, I said it was on the. Okay, I got it.
Oh, is it in-
Zito's getting it.
Zito's getting the artist so we can properly credit who made this badass picture of Chromagil that I really like.
I love the
Timothy Madart.
Timothy Madart with the I love the scale of like almost that like sort of
Yeah.
scale mail of mushrooms going down
That
your
looks
arm.
so cool. And the axe also looks sweet. I need to
He's gonna honk on him.
give more excuses to swing that big ass axe.
I also it's an aesthetic that I appreciate. It has kind of that scythe handle that curves a little bit
Yeah.
for the larger
Gives you a
great
little-
weapon
yeah.
handling.
Gives him a bigger swing. Really looks rad. Thank you very much, Tim.
Next up.
Oh,
So-
Marvel Poison
so-
with the baby, the
so-
newest wonder.
This is Marvel Poison, who had recently had a child.
Who designed the Natural Wonders flag, won
Yes.
that contest way back when we ran it.
She's been gone for quite some time, and this is the reason.
Wow.
So I just wanted to, I just wanted to say
Congratulations.
super congratulations.
Welcome
That's
to the crew,
amazing.
little wonder.
Aw.
That's adorable.
He's so cute. Oh,
Lovely.
That's so fucking awesome. That's so wholesome and awesome. I love it. Thank you.
It
my
really
my
is.
broveries are blowing up.
And finally,
Oh,
I want you all to
that's
check
cute.
this out.
Oh
This is-
shit!
This is 3D.
Ooh.
This is a 3D sculpt that someone made a loop of.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Let me
Amazing.
grab the artist.
ZK Legion!
ZK Legion.
ZK Legion, holy shit!
They have so they wanted to make sure that this was done properly because when I saw this picture, they showed a link drive to all the files, all the mesh, MP4, MP3, a GIF, a JPEG, and a PNG version, and every bit of topography that was put into this entire thing.
This is amazing.
That looks incredible.
That is fucking awesome, and I love that you went through so much detail to make sure that, listen, I know 3D artwork is a pain in the balls, and the fact that you did all this and went above and beyond to show every
Hell
step
yeah.
of the way, holy fucking shit, that's rad.
I'm in
is-
3 dimensions now.
So is this?
So what?
This is-
I'm trying to. Let's see. So this was also 3D. It's a loop. So is this just a? What kind of file format is this?
This right now is a
Looks like a
GIF.
GIF.
There-
Okay.
There's an MP4 version of it that
Right.
has music. We couldn't get that on here.
Fair.
There's
That's awesome. I mean, we might need to use that as a stream opener and ender for this
Yeah, I was
campaign.
about to say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. Thank you so much. I love it.
Yeah, I wanted to make
Thank
sure.
you,
what the file
everybody
format
out there
was.
who's been sending out these fantastic art. Thank you so much for supporting this stream from the beginning, and for those that joined along the way. We're so happy to have you aboard our crew. We'll catch you guys next time for the final episode of this campaign
you get to see how it ends, chat.
at the table. Later, Wonders.
Wrong way. There we go.